Welcome to Macmo Academy. Dear students, in this video, we will understand that how to find the square root of an algebraic expression. Basically, there are two methods to find square root of an algebraic expression. First one is factorization method, second one is division method. But why there are two methods? Because factorization method is limited for a particular algebraic identity, but division method we can use it for different type of algebraic expressions. So let's see one by one, and let's understand the factorization method first by taking an example. So we have a question that find the square root of 25a square 25a square minus 40ac plus 16b square. So if you want to do this particular question by using factorization method, so first of all what you need to understand that in factorization method this identity is very important. If you remember the perfect square identity, that a plus or minus b whole square is equals to a square plus minus 2ab plus b square. So right now the question is given in this expanded form, so it means you need to convert it into this factorized form. And as you know that whenever we have a square on it and we will write a square root on it, so that will cancel with this, it will give you the square root of a given expression. So that's why we will use this particular identity in factorization method. If the question directly is not representable in this form, so you need to think about it that how can we make it into this form, and then we can apply the identity. There are methods to do it, as we have seen in the factorization topic when we have covered the factorization of algebraic expression by using the identities. We have seen this. So now how will we do it? Let's start. First of all, check out the first and the last term is perfect square or not. So over here it is written 25a square, so yes, you can write it like this, 5a whole square, and then this last term 16 can be written as 4b whole square, and you know that in the middle it should come minus 2ab, so minus 2a is 5a and b is 4b. Now you can convert this particular form of the identity into this one. So your a is 5a and your b is 4b. Right? So as you are finding the square root, so you should apply the symbol of square root over here. So square and root will cancel with each other. So your answer for the square root of this expression is 5a minus 4b. This is how we can do square root, or we can find a square root of an algebraic expression by using factorization method. Let's see one more example to understand it better. We have an expression 4x power 6 minus 12x cube y cube plus 9y power 6. In the denominator we have 9x power 4 plus 24x square y square plus 16 y power 4. So this is an algebraic expression and we need to find a square root of it. So to find the square root of it, we will apply the same method that we have applied in part 1, and one by one, or you can do simultaneously both with the numerator and denominator, it's up to you. So let's do it together. First of all, in the numerator you can apply the identity by taking 4s2, and what about x power 6? You can write x power 6 as x cube and then whole square, right? And over here it is written 9y power 6, so you can write it like this, 3y square, sorry, 3y cube whole square. Now in the middle term we have minus 12x cube, but according to the identity we have minus 2ab. So a is 2x cube and b is 3y cube. Then it is you can say that showing this that 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, x cube y cube, it is satisfying that we can apply the identity over here. Similarly we can do it in the denominator. So instead of 9x power 4 we can write 3x square whole square, and then over here in place of 16 we can write 4y square whole square, and in the middle term we have plus 2 of the identity, and a is 3x square and b is 4y square. So over here also you can check 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24, it is satisfying. Now in place of this form of the identity you can write the factorized form, and you will get 2x cube plus 3 minus 3y cube whole square upon 3x square plus 4y square whole square. As you are finding the square root of this expression, so you can write like this, that 2x cube minus 3y cube whole upon 3x square plus 4y square whole square, and after putting a square root symbol on it you can cancel it, and your final answer will be 2x cube minus 3y cube upon 3x square plus 4y square. This is how we can write our final answer. So this is the way to find the square root of an algebraic expression by factorization method. Now let's see that how to find the square root of an algebraic expression by using the division method. Alright, so now if you look at this third part, which is written x square minus 12x plus 4x power 4 plus 12x cube plus 4, and we are trying to find the square root of it by using division method. So the first and the most important thing is that you need to write it in the descending order, that your greatest power or highest power of the variable should come first and then the smaller ones. So remember this thing, if you will start it as it is without arranging it in descending order, your answer will not come correct or your solution will be incorrect. So remember this thing, that you need to convert your or arrange your expression into the descending order according to the variable. So we have arranged it, it is written 4x power 4 plus 12x cube plus x square minus 12x plus 4. Now if you remember in division we should have a divisor, but here there is only one expression. So how should we start it? So this is very important method that you need to understand. Now what will we do in this particular division if there is no divisor? It is very easy. First of all, in these type of questions, always the first term which we write is a perfect square mainly. Why it is necessary and why we need it? Because as there is no divisor, so, and if you remember in the division method, as we have already discussed, we need to cancel the first term first. We will ignore the other terms, whatever is written, whatever is there, but we need to understand one thing, that always we should cancel the first term over here which is written. Right now it is 4x power 4. So what should you write in the divisor to cancel it? Because whatever you will write in the divisor, you need to write it in the quotient as well. Remember, whatever you will write here, you will write it on 3 places. How will we do it? Let's see. So first of all, it is written 4x power 4. So 2x square is the term that will help you. Why? Because the square root of 4 is 2, and remember that 2 2s are 4, and x square multiplied by x square will give you x power 4. So if you want to cancel the first term, which is 4x power 4, you need to remember that 4x power 4 will be the product of 2x square 2x square. So you need to write 2x square in the divisor, and not only here, you need to write it in the quotient as well. Let's write the quotient with the, because quotient will be the answer. and you need to write it over here in the addition as well. So remember, whatever you will write in the divisor, in every step you need to write it at 3 places, 2 times in the divisor and 1 time in the quotient. Now what you need to do, you need to multiply 2 multiply by 2, it will give you 4 x power 4. Now you can see the first term will cancel. Now whatever is left, you can write it in the next step. So in the next step it will come, but don't forget to check it that you should write it in the descending order. So it will come 12x cube plus x square minus 12x plus 4, and over here 2 plus 2, it will come 4x square. So see, you have now one term in the divisor. You don't need to think that thing again that we have done in the first step, that how many times we should multiply what with which to get the first term. Now it is very easy. It becomes the previous method. It is written 12x cube over here, so you can divide 12x cube by 4x square, the first term of the divisor, and you will get 3x. So now in the quotient it will come 3x, and not only here, you will write 3x over here as well and over here as well, like the way you have done in the first step. So remember, this particular term you need to write at 3 places. Don't forget it to write it on 3 places. Now you need to understand one thing, whatever you have written over here in the new step, you need to multiply it with both the terms or all the terms which are written over here in the divisor. So when you will multiply 4x square by 3x, you will get 4 3 is a 12x cube, and by doing this you can see we can cancel the first term, and then 3 multiplied by 3 will be 9, and x multiplied by x will be x square, so it will come 9x square over here. Now change the signs, this will cancel, and in the next step you will get x square minus 9x square, it will come minus 8x square, and then minus 12x plus 4 will come as it is, and over here in the divisor it will come 4x square plus 6x. Now again what you need to do, you need to divide your first term of dividend and divisor to get what you should write in the quotient. So it is written 8x square and it is written 4x square. So what should we write in the quotient? Yes, 8 upon 4 is 2, and the variables are same, but be careful with the sign. We should get minus 8 over here after multiplication, so we should write minus 2 over here, minus 2 over here as well. Right? Now let's do the multiplication of this minus 2 with all the terms which are written over here. So 4x square minus 2 will give you minus 8x square. 6 multiplied by 2 will give you minus 12x, and 2 multiplied by 2 minus minus plus will give you 4. By doing this you can see that after changing the sign, all the terms will cancel with each other. There is no remainder left. So whatever in the quotient you got is the square root of the given expression. So the square root of this given expression is 2x square plus 3x minus 2. What does it mean? Sometimes students do the mistake and they don't realize. So what you can do to find the mistake if you have done, and if you get the time in the exam, so you can cross check it by multiplying 2x square plus 3x minus 2 by 2x square. You can check it by yourself, as you know that how to expand the brackets. So if you will multiply these two brackets, you will get your question back. After multiplication, whatever the expression you will get, it should be same as the question. It shows that you have done the correct solution. So this is how we do the square root or find the square root of algebraic expression by division method, and in the previous question we have seen the factorization method. There are some other type of questions related to the division method as well, in which there will be unknown, or there will be the question like this, that what should be added or what should be subtracted from the given expression to make it a perfect square. These type of questions may also come, and we will provide you a different video related to those type of questions which are application based. So keep supporting us, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe our channel.